Hey guys, so I'm sitting in my car for another video and another reflection I had. It is freezing cold. Baltimore is really cold, guys. I would not recommend coming down here if you don't like the cold. Super windy, super, cold, windy, chilly, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I wanted to reflect on intentions today. In Islam, we often talk about intentions and you have to have a good intention, you have to have this intention, you have to have that intention. And it got me thinking. So I wrote some stuff down and I wanted to talk to you guys about it. So I feel like for intentions, right? When we make an intention, we often think about it, make the intention if we're really sincere about it, and then we forget about it. But the thing about humans, right? Our intentions constantly change. Intentions should be purified because they can shift over time without us realizing. Just think about that. Say, for example, my intention is to give charity, right? But on Jummah, let's say, for example, say I'm going to Jummah prayer later today, right? This is an example. And I plan on giving I shouldn't say only because any charity matters, right? Say I'm giving $10. And then when I get there, I see some of my friends and I see some people I know. And then I'm like, first, my intention was like, I'm going to give this $10 for the sake of Allah and so I can help some people. But then when I get over there, I'm like, my friends are here. Some of my family friends are here. I don't want to just give $10, So I bump it up to like $20 or $30. And now my intention goes from doing something for the sake of Allah to wanting to impress someone. And this is a normal human trait, right? Shaitan will tell you, oh, do it for the people. What will they think? You're only giving $10, He'll trick you like that. You'll still be giving charity, but he'll change your intention and therefore he'll change your action. So what we should take away from this is what I was thinking about today, and I'll tell you all about that. We should also make intentions for everything. Oh, wait, that's another thing. So basically, when our intention is corrupted and it's for another thing, that's okay, right? It's a human thing. But we should catch it and then go back on it. So, for example, if I wanted to impress my friends and I was going to go give the money, right? My intention behind it is to impress, right? Impress my friends, impress my family. And my intention changes from impressing Allah and doing it for Allah and because Allah gave me the ability to impressing people and thinking what they think. But at the end of the day, people will go into their own graves and they have their own lives and everything, so it's not worth it to impress. But now that we've got that out of the way, you need to purify your intention. So what do we mean by that? You need to be like, Ya Allah, I'm sorry I was thinking about thinking like that, I slipped up. And Allah will forgive you. If you're sincere about it, He'll forgive you. His first name is Ar-Rahman, meaning the most merciful. Also, another trick of the shaitan, don't let shaitan fool you. When you do something bad or have a bad intention, shaitan will be like, Allah won't forgive you. You thought about impressing your friends? Instead of Allah, Allah won't forgive you. Allah won't do that. But Allah will. That's a trick of the shaitan. Don't let him trick you, right? Allah's first name is Ar-Rahman, right? The most merciful. So think about that. If his first name is the most merciful, you bet he's pretty merciful. I need water. Anyways, you need to purify your intention and just ask for forgiveness and make your intention again. The next thing I wanted to talk about regarding intentions were we should also make intentions for everything. Even everyday actions like taking a shower, not just for cleanliness, but to please Allah by staying pure. So what I mean by this is throughout the day, we have so many actions that we just do by default, like brushing our teeth, going to the bathroom, using a lota, water, lota. And we do so many different things, acts of cleanliness. But if we had just made an intention before, instead of doing it by default, imagine how much sawab we could gain, right? Say, for example, I'm going to take a shower, right? I'm taking a shower, usually my morning routine, and usually my intention is just to get clean and, look nice for people. But now I can change that intention and be like, I'm going to shower, but I'm going to shower for the sake of Allah. And Allah told us to be clean, so I'm going to be clean. and that's why I'm going to shower. Now what you've done is you've changed your intentions from simply being clean for other people to being clean for Allah. And that's sawab right there. That's good deeds right there. I need some water. Give me a second. All right, got some water, guys. Needed that. Next thing I wanted to say was intentions are not limited to worship, right? We can have multiple intentions for the same action, and stacking them up can increase rewards. So what do I mean by this? Oftentimes when we think about an intention, we think it can only be one intention. So for example, if Allah says he likes strong Muslims, right, which he does, he likes a strong Muslim over the weak one, you can take that either mentally or physically. People take it by both usually. Say for example, I want to get strong. I want to be a bodybuilder. I want to gain some strength, right? And my intentions behind that are two intentions instead of one, right? One of my intentions is to do it for the sake of Allah, because Allah said he likes strong Muslims, and so I'm doing that. The second reason is simply because I want to get stronger. There's no deep divine message behind it. I just simply want to get stronger, and that's okay. You can have intentions that are other than Allah, right? And a lot of people might argue on this, but I'll give you an example of why you can have different intentions, right? So when you say you can't do everything for the sake of Allah, some people might get mad. They're like, oh, you're not doing it for the sake of Allah. You should be doing everything for the sake of Allah. But think about it. Have you played video games? I know I have. I love Clash of Clans, Clash Royale. I'm not the best at it. Video games, I didn't do that for the sake of Allah. I didn't play video games for the sake of Allah. I played video games because, it was fun. I got some dopamine. It's fun, And yeah, there's no really deep reason. I don't say, oh yeah, I played Clash of Clans for Allah. For the sake of Allah, I played Clash of Clans. No, I didn't. I just played it because it was fun, So you can have intentions besides doing it for Allah, right? But the more intentions you can have for Allah, the more reward you can gain, right? So for example, the next time I go to the bathroom and use the lota, right, and the water, my intention behind it can be, I'm doing this for the sake of Allah. Allah said he likes cleanliness, so I'm being clean, and I'm doing this for Allah. Now, instead of just wiping my I'm doing it for the sake of Allah because he said he likes cleanliness. So that's what we can do. We can constantly make new intentions about things that we normally didn't think about. And yeah, it's so cold in here. All right, next thing. The next thing I wanted to talk about was stacking intentions can increase rewards. For example, writing a book can be for the sake of Allah, right? Helping others to get close to Islam, earning a halal income, improving personal skills, and even supporting charity, right? But if our original intention changes, such as focusing more on making money than benefiting others, right? We need to recognize this. We need to catch it because it will happen. We're not perfect. It happens to the best of us, right? Our intentions will shift, but we can do something about it. We can catch it and we can renew our intentions, right? We need to recognize the shift and correct it, right? To prevent this, we can set up safeguards. Now, I like to call it intention safeguards. Something that can protect your intention from not shifting as much. Your intention will ultimately change throughout the years or throughout the days or whatever timeline it is. But you can have safeguards. This is my opinion on it. My reflection on it. Let's see. For example, donating all the profits to charity or selling ownership to avoid greed and affecting our sincerity. I can't speak. Let me say that again. Like donating all profits to charity or selling ownership to avoid greed affecting our sincerity. Now, this is a safeguard. Why is it a safeguard? Because it's aiding us for intention not changing, right? If I automatically have a system where all my profits, right, go to charity directly instead of me, I've safeguarded myself in a way that I won't think about the money as much because I already know it's not coming to me. It's going straight to charity, right? So it's like a blockade for your intention not changing. Your intention will change, but it kind of keeps it in place, you know? Yeah, like donating all the profits to charity or selling ownership to avoid greed affecting our sincerity. So, for example, say I wrote a book. If I truly want to benefit others with this book, I'm not gonna keep ownership of it, right? I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell it, and I'm gonna donate all the funds that I get to charity. And now it's the other guy's problem and the profits he makes or whatever. And therefore, I've safeguarded my intention for the most part, because I've added blockades and I've kind of just prevented shifts in my intention because it doesn't affect me. Also, while not everything we do is directly for Allah, like playing games, Islam allows us to enjoy life in moderation as long as it doesn't distract us from our obligations, right? At the end of the day, we have to realize we're human, all right? We're gonna have fun, right? Allah made this dunya not completely as a test. He gave it in moderation for us to enjoy. And there are many halal activities you can enjoy. People often like to label halal haram. But most of the stuff that's actually good for you is halal. The haram stuff, if you genuinely think about it, it's probably not good for you. Gambling, alcohol, these are things that are covered in the word fun, but just genuinely just hurt us. So we're allowed to have fun, just not the fun that most people think are fun, you know? The stuff that hurts us, gambling, losing all your money, wasting your money, your hard-earned money on stuff. Alcohol, it involves physical violence, you know, drinking problems, all this. Allah said no for a reason, right? He keeps us safe from these different things. So we are allowed to have fun as Muslims, but in moderation and in the right things.